Hello guys, it's Robert Diego from New American Realty.
It's Akeem Hyland, the quarterback agent from Oxford Property Group. And today we're going to have a discussion on tips and tricks on how we consistently close deals with tenants who are using vouchers and housing assistance.
So I'm going to start off with the first tip, and that is to have your documents ready in a PDF format. When you come to an agent, it's always better if you come with your documents ready. This way, once you find an apartment you like, you're not scrambling all over the place to try and get your documents in. It's more professional, and it's what 99% of people who have vouchers who are looking for an apartment aren't doing. You separate yourself from the pack, and you're gonna put yourself in that 1% who is most likely gonna be able to get their apartment quicker than everybody else.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, what we like to use, if you do have paper documents and you don't have a scanner at home, one thing that you want to do is you can download apps on your phone, like Adobe Scanner. My favorite one is Genius Scan. You also have CamScanner. These are all free apps that will allow you to take your phone, take a photo of your document, and have it appear as if it was scanned by a real scanner. And that definitely helps, all right? And tip number 2 is actually to have all these documents in a single Google Drive folder, okay? Everyone has a Gmail, and if you don't, it definitely helps to get one, and you can keep everything in a Gmail, and you could send links with all your documents to either the landlord or the agent, whoever you're working with.
All right, and what I'm gonna recommend next is that when you're going looking for an apartment, you know exactly what you're looking for, down from the bedroom size, bathroom amount. If you're looking for a backyard, if you're looking for a parking space, know exactly what you're looking for before you get on the phone with an agent. This way, when you're speaking with us, we're not really having to go through this long hemming and hawing process. We know exactly what you're looking for, and we know that you're a serious client, and we're gonna take you 100% much more serious.
Yep. Another one that we want to point out, especially for the people who are using SOTA. SOTA is, in case anyone doesn't know, a special one-time assistance. They actually pay your rent for 1 year, and after that, you're responsible for the rent on your own. One thing that we try to push with SOTA tenants, because when they are applying, they do have to go through the application process like everyone else, is that they have a guarantor. Guarantors are third-party applicants who basically are applying to guarantee the rent for you, even though they're not going to be living in the apartment. Guarantor can go a long way. You can even buy one through companies like Insurance for income that qualifies and credit that qualifies. And this is a way to almost guarantee that you'll definitely get into that unit.
And to piggyback off of that, when you have a program such as Section 8, since we're going into specifics, I recommend, and this is not even only for Section 8, this is for all programs, I recommend that you have some funds saved. I recommend about $5,000, because for example, if you have Section 8 and you aren't in the shelter, you have to pay a security deposit. And that's not an illegal thing, it's actually legal for a landlord to actually for a cash security deposit, so be aware of that. If you're dealing with a broker, they're gonna ask you for some cash, and if you're not ready for it, it's gonna feel like a kick in the gut when you find something you like and they tell you you have to come up with this money and you don't have any funds saved. So that's gonna be one of my biggest recommendations. Start saving now if you don't already have savings, and if you have savings, you're in a good place.
Perfect. And next one, this tip is definitely a no-brainer, but like you said, there's a lot of misinformation in the community. One thing that you really have to take into consideration is your credit. Please, everyone needs to have good credit, whether you're doing CityFheps, which is definitely something people always say, why do I need credit? You need credit. Whether you have CityFheps, Section 8, SOTA, HOSTA, it doesn't matter. Okay, there are times when we get people approved that don't have the strongest credit, but let me put it to you like this. A lot of times when you're looking for an apartment, you're not going against just people with a voucher. We show it to everybody. Everybody that qualifies, everyone that wants to see it. We are fair housing agents. We show it to everyone. We don't discriminate at all. So you have to understand that when it comes down to a landlord or a management company picking a file, sometimes credit is the deciding factor. And you should be able to show that you have good credit regardless if you're in the shelter or not. And I want to segue into my next tip of having your account show positive balances, which that means if you're in the shelter and you have a portion, if you're in the shelter, you're going to use SOTA. If you're not in the shelter, if you're going to use any kind of voucher, The same way if someone is paying cash, they're showing in their bank account positive cash, meaning that every month the cash is growing and it's showing that they have savings left over after the month and they're not tight on money. That's one thing that we think people really should take into consideration. If I can show a file to a landlord and he sees every month you're paying yourself the portion, or you're paying yourself the estimated rent of the apartment that you're looking for, he has no reason to tell you no, because you can see every month you are paying that and it's going straight into your account and it's growing every month.
Bingo. All right, my next point is, when you go into meet a landlord, even when you go to meet your agent, treat it like a job interview, because essentially you're trying to sell yourself to a person, and it's more like, especially when you're going to meet the landlord, they're looking more for the negative things than they are the positive. You don't want to set anything up against you, even if that may be coming in with like stains on your clothes. Even like, it's acceptable if you just came from work. I mean, we all come from work and you got things going on. But if you came and you weren't really doing anything all day, you come to the interview and things are looking like you're looking kind of disheveled, it's kind of going to raise a red flag, and the landlord might get in their mindset that you're going to treat the apartment how you treat yourself. So that's a superstar tip. Show up like it's a job interview. You don't have to show up in a tuxedo or anything like that. But I'm saying, just have on some slacks, maybe a button up, maybe some regular t-shirt or whatnot, and just come and speak professional when you're speaking to these property owners and these agents that you're talking to.
Yeah, and another one to piggyback off of that one is just be on time. It's a really big thing when you're late. I mean, it looks bad on us when we come to appointments late. It looks horrible. I've lost deals for being late. And the same thing can happen with tenants. Just be on time. It definitely goes a long way. And also, when you're looking for apartments, a lot of people choose to look through Facebook. I advertise almost primarily these days through Facebook.
Yeah, like
and with that being said, a lot of times we see your profile, and we're not judging people, but it definitely goes a long way if you can clean your Facebook. Like, I don't want to see, not say I don't want to see, because I don't want to get in trouble, but like it definitely helps when you don't have, drugs in your Facebook account, when you're not throwing real big wild parties in your Facebook account, any gang affiliations in your Facebook account. Those things are not positive representations of you as a person. So, just clean your Facebook, put it on private if you don't want to go through and sweep it. But just know, like, people are watching and people are going to notice.
Right, and it's not only us. Keep in mind, property owners are very savvy, just like you and I nowadays. They're going to search your name up. If they decide to take you seriously, they're going to, and if your name is tied to your Facebook, your Instagram, or any of the social media accounts, they can see if you're a party person. They can see what you do in your free time, what you expose to the public, and they may back out the deal based off one little thing you might have posted. So keep in mind that it's always safe not to post certain things on social media, not only for when you're searching for a house, but in general when you're even going for a job interview. And my last point is, when you're dealing with an agent, please follow their process. It's never conducive when we're going through we find an apartment and we have a proven process to getting you approved for an apartment with your program, and you're fighting over paying for a background check or any number of things. It ties back to the other point of having your documents ready in PDF file. Just that's another thing that can help to boost, like make the process go through very smoothly. Have your documents ready, and when your agent tells you, hey, we need you to do this, and this, just please follow suit, because we are licensed real estate agents. We're not here to scam anybody or anything like that, else we could lose our license. We're telling you to do certain things because we know that that's what needs to get done to close the deal. And with that being said, can you have anything else you want to tell the people?
Yeah, my last tip is to get a realtor. It's very hard. It's not easy. This is how we make a living, because it's not easy. And also, when you have a realtor, it creates credibility. We use the best software. We use the best things to actually run your background, your credit check. We only use soft inquiries. And landlords hold us accountable. A lot of times I can get a call or an email from a landlord who's upset that a tenant is doing X, Y, and Z in the unit. You know, like they hold us accountable. They want us to keep our relationship going with the tenants, so that way we can have a clear communication of, hey, like, I noticed that you did this. Maybe not want to do it next time. All right,
Sure.
so that's it for our tips for today. I hope this was very helpful. Leave us a comment or a like below. Let us know how this works out for you.
Right, we'll put our information in the bio so you can check us out. And with that being said, peace.